We are hitting that time of the year, guys. We are feeling sluggish, burnt out, drained, having issues with sleep, craving carbs, gaining weight, feeling sad or depressed, and maybe even having thoughts of not wanting to live. These are all symptoms of seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, which is quite fitting. Seasonal affective disorder can occur in any of the seasonal changes, but it is most common during the wintertime, which many of us call seasonal depression. Let me preface this by stating that I am not a medical professional. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt. And if you are becoming increasingly concerned or becoming debilitated by these symptoms, please seek professional help. There are several reasons why we may be experiencing seasonal depression. The first notable reason is that our circadian rhythm, known as our biological clock, is disrupted. It is disrupted by the reduction of sunlight, which also causes a drop of serotonin levels. And if you aren't aware, serotonin is also known as our happiness hormone. Seasonal changes can also disrupt our production of melatonin in the body. And another reason why we may be experiencing seasonal depression is due to previously experienced trauma or a number of traumatic experiences during this time in past years. Cold weather can make us more irritable, less friendly, and even more introverted. Think of the phrase cold-hearted. This may be because cold weather can trigger our bodies to become tense, which puts us in survival mode. This is also known as our fight or flight response and an overstimulated sympathetic nervous system. So this is how we are going to overcome seasonal depression. We need to decompress, slow down, stay warm, and calm our nervous system. My first tip is to appeal to your senses. This is the time to whip out your fuzzy socks, your thickest blankets, and bundle up in your warmest clothing. The point is to get cozy. This is how we're going to romanticize winter on a regular basis. My next tip is to drink or eat hot or warm foods. Even better if it contains aphrodisiacs. Do aphrodisiacs release oxytocin? These aphrodisiacs may give us a warm, fuzzy feeling. Some aphrodisiacs include pumpkin, bananas, and even avocados. My next tip is to incorporate aromatherapy. This includes candles, essential oils. Go ahead and get you some new candles. Pick whatever scent is your favorite, or as I mentioned, one with an aphrodisiac. Scents like pumpkin, vanilla, and lavender are really good for those who are experiencing seasonal depression. And if you don't like sweet scents, I recommend eucalyptus, which is a stress-relieving scent. So go ahead, put those fuzzy socks on, light that candle, and bundle up with a good book. The next thing we are going to incorporate to overcome seasonal depression is by taking hot or warm showers. Some of us cannot tolerate entering the gates of hell. This stimulates the release of beta endorphins, which are essentially endorphins, the pain-relieving hormone, and also oxytocin, which is the love hormone. After you take that hot shower, you are going to take your supplements. You are going to take some vitamin D. This is going to help us replace what we are lacking in our bodies from the sun. This leads me to my next tip. Let in as much light as possible. Draw back those curtains, open the blinds, and let that sun shine in. Now, I live in a place where the sun is out and shining all year round, so it hardly ever gets cold. But if you live in a place where sunlight is reduced or nearly non-existent, go ahead and get you some light box therapy. This light box therapy is also going to help us replace what we are lacking from the sunlight. I'm pretty sure you can buy a light on Amazon for about $20. And if you can't do this, just go outside as much as you can when sun is out. The next thing we're going to do is prioritize moving our bodies. Getting your blood pumping releases endorphins, the pain-relieving hormone. Working out has also been proven to reduce levels of depression. If that doesn't urge you to get moving, I don't know what will. That fact alone got my butt moving. Make it fun. It does not have to be dreadful. My favorite way of moving my body that isn't the gym or Pilates or running is roller skating. You can catch me at that roller rink every single weekend. Make this a social event and bring some friends, or go alone and get some quality time by yourself. Another way to overcome seasonal depression is by going on vacation. Book that trip you've always wanted to book. And if this isn't realistic for you, which it's okay, this isn't realistic for many of us, create your own staycation. Build a fort in your living room or your room with your softest blankets. Bake some brownies or cinnamon rolls, or even create a gingerbread house. And watch your favorite TV shows or movies. Bonus points if it's holiday themed. This does not have to be a one-day thing. This could be done on a weekly or even daily basis. Romanticize winter. Romanticize this seasonal change. This leads me to my next point, which is to be social. Oftentimes, when we become depressed, we want to withdraw. We want to isolate ourselves. But doing this does not help us and, in fact, harms us even more. No matter how bad you want to isolate yourself, please do not. Spend time with those you really love. You'll be doing yourself and them a favor. It might be a good idea to talk about these feelings with them too, if you trust them and feel safe enough to do so. My final tip for beating seasonal depression is by cycle syncing. It is very unfortunate that many of us are not taught how to track our cycle or how to determine which phase of our cycle that we are in. I personally still have a lot to learn about this, and I'm kind of learning as I go. So if you have any tips or advice on cycle syncing, comment them below. This is how we are going to reconnect with our bodies, connect with our womb, and give our bodies the needs they require for each phase. This is how we're going to slow down, rest, and restore while still remaining productive. Make winter your best friend this year. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, please seek professional medical help if you are concerned or becoming overwhelmed by these symptoms. My heart goes out to you guys. Say bring it on to the incoming season. Thank you so much for watching. Be good to yourselves.